Hey guys, hope everything is going well. This is going to be my first video on my finance channel, AIH Finance. I know some people are gonna come from my sports card channel, some people from my old channel. I wanted to start just this new channel where I'm going to be discussing a whole wide variety of financial topics. So I wanted to look right now at a few things going on. You have the gold market that I used to follow a lot, and I'm looking at the 10-year tips. 10-year tips is something that everyone should watch if they're following the gold silver market, the collectibles industry, trying to figure out what the inflation expectations are long term. And I noticed that the 10-year tips has gone from about minus 1.10 around there from a month and a half ago to about 0.468 as of today. And that's an interesting move. So basically, what's happening is inflation expectations over a long period of time, as of right now, they are pricing in low inflation. Okay. They're not pricing in that much inflation. Now, I expect these negative, I mean, these somewhat negative rates are going to become more negative as the year goes on. And the reason why I believe that's going to happen, at least temporarily, is that the bond market, the 10-year yield, has sold off. And, or not the 10-year yield, but the bonds have sold off. So the bonds sold off, the yields go up. And what earlier this year you had a rate, the 10-year, not earlier, but maybe in December, it was significantly lower. And now we've had a huge run up in yields. Bond prices have sold off. And right now, I just am deciding to buy long term bonds as a trade. I'm using the TLT. This is not investment advice. I'm just telling you what my thought process is. So I believe the Federal Reserve is going to raise the rates, short term rates, a couple of times. But I believe that the long end of the curve is going to, you're not going to see that much of an increase in yields, in my opinion. And I've been following David Brady. You guys could follow him on Twitter, and he stated that the not long, the commercial hedgers, basically the smart money in the futures market, the producers, whatever you want to call them, they're aggressively buying long-term bonds. So what we've seen in the past is with gold, for instance, and the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. The Fed raised the short term interest rates, and then the 10-year yield rallied and yield went down. I expect yield will probably go lower, at least in the short term. And I believe from a technical perspective, fundamental perspective, that is very bullish for these risk assets, for commodities. Now, oil may be different. Oil has been just going up in a straight line. Maybe it's pricing in geopolitical risk. Maybe it's pricing in inflationary risk, whatever. I've been seeing that there has been a relationship between crude oil and treasury bonds. Bonds have been selling off, right? And then oil has been going up. So if you have a rally in bonds, and if the bond crude oil relationship maintains, I believe that crude oil will probably go down short term. I still expect triple digit oil because of inflationary pressures. And yeah, and that will probably lead to this boom bust cycle. I'm talking about 2024. So, yeah, it's going to be quite interesting this past year. Gold has been silent. I've been trading around it, looking at Franco Nevada. I've been buying the S&P 500 as well. That has been doing well year over year, trading around that. Yeah, the market has had a correction. We may see another low, but at this point, I don't want to be shorting the market. I don't want to be taking, I don't want to be buying puts or anything like that right now, because the market already hit the low of what, 4,200, and I expect more room to the upside throughout the remainder of the year. Now, I don't believe the markets go up in a straight line. So yeah, long story short, once the Fed raises that Fed funds rate, maybe in the next month or so, I expect by that time gold probably will rally. Silver will probably rally. People are overlooking that. You have to remember that everyone's been going to Bitcoin. People went to sports cards. I've been in sports cards. People have been in the S&P 500. People have been in crude oil. So in a rotation of capital, I believe the next one in line is gold and silver. And I still expect the stock market, the S&P 500, to go higher. I don't see any recession this year. Earliest that I think about a recession is 2023, and I still will have to look at more of the data out there. I do believe that 2024, though, is going to be a very challenging year towards the end of the year. I'm going to do more videos on that. I've talked about that in my sports card video. But yeah, let me know what you think for anyone that's involved in the gold and silver market. Um, Also, what do you think about the S&P 500? Any technical traders out there? Right now, I'm just doing what I've been doing before, just buying the S&P 500. I'm scaling back into these mining stocks or these ETFs, the SIL, the GDX. I've been looking also into other opportunities as well. I bought the TLT today. I do believe that these bonds are going to rally, so that will temporarily lower the longer term yields. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Smash that like button, subscribe to my new channel. Let's get this to 1,000. I already got to 1,000 on my sports card channel, and I want to do this again. I want to start from scratch, guys. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.